Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Greenville where a suspected thief has been arrested. 36-year-old Leandria Ruffin was arrested by Greenville police yesterday afternoon. Warrants say Ruffin stole nearly $1,000 worth of clothing and electronics from the TJ Maxx on Evans Street yesterday. Now Ruffin is suspected of stealing more than $230 worth of items from Food Lion in October, according to warrants. Now, warrants go on to say that days later, Ruffin stole approximately $100 worth of items from Dollar General. Court records show that Ruffin had been cited for theft in September at the Family Dollar on Evans Street, but did not go to her court hearing. Ruffin is facing 3 counts of larceny. She is being held in the Pitt County Jail without bond. In other news, ECU is investigating a sexual battery on campus dorm, or in a campus dorm. Police say the report of unwanted touching was shared with them yesterday, but it happened several days ago at Green Hall. The people involved are acquaintances, according to police. Police say the case is under investigation at this time. Police arrested Vontoy Kurz for sexual battery that happened in Clement Hall in September. Now, this semester, there have been 5 reported on-campus rapes at ECU. 21-year-old Joseph Lane was arrested last month for a rape that happened at Fletcher Hall on October 5th. And now we want to turn our attention to the investigation and the stories surrounding the Brown University mass shooting that happened over the weekend. NBC's Liz McLaughlin has more.
Hey there. Well, this morning we saw a group of around 5 police officers carrying large bags walk into the building behind me where the shooting took place. It's clear that this investigation is very much ongoing. Now, yesterday, authorities say they had detained a person of interest. An individual had been staying at a hotel in nearby Coventry. They've since let him go overnight, the Attorney General making it very clear that the shooter is still out there. And it's unclear at this point where that leaves this ongoing investigation. Yesterday, I was speaking to the police chief who told me that the only footage they have of a suspect is that surveillance footage, which shows an individual walking away from the building behind me. In that footage, you cannot see his face. Meanwhile, this morning, there is a heightened police presence throughout this city. Although the mayor insists the community is safe, no specific threat has been made. As we're learning more about lives lost, including student Ella Cook, the White House press secretary tweeting a tribute saying, quote, "There are no words, thinking of her family and friends, especially her parents. God, please bless them." Yesterday, there was a gathering at a local park, the community members remembering the victims of this tragedy. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Liz, for that report. We now want to turn to your weather forecast, looking at lots of sunshine across the east today. The problem is that sunshine does not equate to warm weather. It's not the same sort of warm feelings you get in the summertime when you've got nothing but sunshine out. It is usually the coldest days, which are the sunniest. However, tomorrow is actually going to be a little bit sunnier than today. You can see a little bit of cloud cover moving over eastern North Carolina right now. And tomorrow will be a warmer day than what we've got today. So if the chills got you down, not to worry. We've got warmer weather coming up later on this week. In fact, Thursday, we're expected to be above average for the first time so far this month. It has been a cold December thus far, and well, today really isn't changing that fact. 29 degrees in Morehead City comes with a 15-mile-per-hour breeze out of the north that makes 29 feel more like 18. And those winds, again, are going to be with us through the entirety of the day. Humidity very low. We've got dew points down at single-digit ranges. That means that the air is incredibly dry. That will also lead to a little bit more static electricity today. Air temperatures currently in the mid to upper 20s across most of eastern North Carolina. We do have Hatteras as well as Stumpy Point both coming in the upper 30s at this point, but compared to where we were 24 hours ago, everyone's significantly colder. It has been a cold day so far, and well, the northerly winds aren't going to be doing anything to change that fact. But later on tonight, those winds are going to be going a little bit more quiet than what we're seeing right now. Currently experiencing about a 7 to 15 mile per hour sustained breeze out of the north. Zooming the picture out a little bit further, you can see again we've got an area of high pressure off of our coast that really isn't going to be all that impactful. A secondary high that's going to be rolling in will certainly again increase our sunshine. It will also decrease wind speeds and eventually lead to a wind shift. Once that high moves off the coast, we'll really start to see air temperatures come up as it will encourage more of a southerly wind, and that will bring in more heat to the east. However, also note that area of low pressure back towards Houston. That is our next rainmaker, and that's likely going to be with us as we make our way through Thursday and Friday. Not looking at widespread rainfall, but we are looking again at some splash and dash showers there over that 2-day period. Air temperatures will come down a little bit as those rain chances increase from Thursday into Friday. But again, Thursday, 65 degrees. That will mark our first time above our seasonal average. Normal this time of year is between around 58 to around 61, 62 degrees, depending on where you're watching from. Now, coming up again Thursday, we're going to be above that range, and again so on Sunday. So I know it's cold out today. We've got frigid air out there, but not to worry. We again are looking at some more heat coming up within the next 8 days. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Monday.